Hey guys, and welcome to Two Beards Podcast, where I am one of your hosts, Nick. This is Levi.
Not a lot of fuss from you today.
For what are you on about?
Just like getting set up. Normally, you're just like finagling with a lot of shit.
Yeah, I got
like,
things and
for
stuff.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
He'll like get a phone call or a FaceTime. He'll
Thanks for
mess with his
reminding
mic for like 10 minutes.
Well, today
know.
you just did One Direction, so all I had to go was go bloop, and I'm like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
So
I was just commenting on it. Like we sat down and we were ready, and I was like, that's a first.
you're like waiting around, like, you sure you don't want to do something?
Yeah.
How are you
Normally,
liking?
I start recording like 5 minutes before you're actually.
And then I ask like 3 times, are we recording?
Yeah. I'm like, still,
Did
yeah.
you start recording it? Yeah.
Now you looked at me and you're like, why aren't we recording yet? And I was like, well, you just sat down.
I figured you had to go through your ritual.
Yeah.
These are all fun and will probably pose a problem audibly.
Yeah, they're on your side now.
Perfect.
So you'll be playing with them.
That's fine with me. How do you like, is your mic different from last week? I feel like it's
No.
No?
It's exactly the same, and it's still bugging me.
Okay. Sorry about it.
What am I going to do?
I mean,
What am I going to do?
there are so many things.
I'm going to open a beer.
Yes.
So we are drinking the referenced beer Red Can, reference from our last episode.
Different all the time.
It's a light lager made by Hop Valley. Made or brewed?
Yes.
Do both work?
Yeah, I think so.
4.1%, 105 calories. I don't think they list IBUs, but I didn't check. So
Fair enough. Like that one time a couple weeks ago.
no,
I was all like, it's there. And you're like, cool.
they don't. It's
They
not
don't.
there. So, yeah, today will be a pretty cash episode. Probably not even going to rate this beer, to be honest.
It just holds too high of an esteem with us where I don't think 5 seems limiting.
Well, it's just like, what?
It's like, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
It is what it is. So.
If you got a phone call. He got a phone call.
I think he's asking if I fed Bodie, so I can text him that.
Just,
So,
every time.
fair enough.
It's a light lager, like similar to, a Coors Light, Bud Light, Miller Light.
But lighter. But somehow, equally, well, I mean, percentage-wise, because I was just about to say, like, flavor-wise, it's, like, on par.
They usually sit in that 4 to 5% range. This one definitely is on the lower side of the scale there,
Yeah.
for sure. But I kind of like that craft breweries are making lighter beers as well. Like Deschutes has their Wowza, which is a low-calorie IPA, very hop forward. Lagunitas has their daytime IPA.
Ugh.
That one I don't like.
I don't like that one at all.
The Wowza is good.
I don't think I've had the Wowza.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was pretty good.
I've had a Meowza. That's quite the opposite.
Yeah, that's the double IPA from Georgetown. I still haven't had that yet.
I liked it. It won't. You'll. My guess is you'll think it's fine. Not your favorite by any means, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm skeptical.
sure.
Just like I'm skeptical of the is it the brown ale they're doing?
Yes.
So yeah, the Wowza they call it a low-cal hazy pale ale, 4 carbs, 4% ABV, 100 calories.
Sidebar: have you ever had something where you're typing and you go to hit a key and then it exits out of the keyboard for you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Anyways, on the topic of this, I saw an ad today for Sam Adams. They have it's called something along the lines of Nothing But Haze or something like that, and it's a non-alcoholic hazy IPA. Very interested.
See, your options, even for things like if you like Coors Light, I like that there are craft alternatives that are similar to that style, rather than it's just, a lot of people are like, have this perception that the craft beer world is just IPAs and stouts. And it's like, no, it's brewers brew a lot of different styles.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, shit, go to E9 any day of the week. You'll see that.
look at our pints episodes.
True.
All over the place.
Same.
But yeah, this is a good, just chill beer, you know? You're having sex in a canoe.
It's a good time.
That's it.
For everybody.
That's like all I want. I don't know how else to describe this beer.
That's what I'm saying. We don't really need to rate this beer.
That's why
by
I'm
any
like,
means. Yeah.
we're not going to go through look, smell, taste. Like it's just
Look red.
yeah, a red can.
Taste red.
Can.
Yeah, no, I like this. I like this beer a lot. I don't know that I've had. I feel like this is only like the second beer from Hot Valley that I've had. All their artwork does not appeal to me. It really deters me from buying more of their stuff.
You picked a beer from them recently after you moved up here. The Bubble Stash.
Yeah.
Do
we get a pint of that somewhere though? Because I don't remember what the can looked like.
It's like a greenish can. Yeah, their website is. That's
There
what
it
that
is.
looks like.
Perfect. Oh yeah, no, we did get in cans.
They also have variety boxes, which are
yeah
fine. I'm not a huge fan. I think they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, I don't go out of my way. A lot of people really like them though.
Like the Alphadelic IPA, I see that everywhere, but I just didn't do it for me.
I believe the Citrus Mistress is the most popular. That's the one I see all the time.
And those look like new can designs too.
I think so.
I don't think they always look like that.
I think they're also sold at Costco. Which you don't have a membership to, so
sure don't.
Incorrectly.
Sure. I guess, yeah.
Fact. Not sure.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah. I
like that hat.
Very cool hat.
Old camo.
Very cool.
Shucker hat. The hop.
In general, most of the hats, not bad.
Hop.
Bad. Not all right. What are these basketball hats now?
Yeah, I don't. They are, or like sports hats. I'm not into the sports.
No.
Ball.
No.
Stay in your lane.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll have beer at your game, but you don't need to game in my beer.
Correct.
So
maybe they didn't change. Maybe I'm crazy.
Maybe. I don't know. Could not tell you. Or maybe you're just remembering the bottle design and it's like just slightly different.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, either way, the designs in general, I don't love them. So their logo's cool, but
we're so Christmassy, red and white. Like that's Santa colors.
I logo green. Got some more under here. Got all three.
I look like Halloween, but I meant the can.
True. No, I know. I'm just trying to tie it in here. But
I don't like how orange and black are associated with Halloween.
I agree. But the fact that it's neon doesn't really give super Halloween vibes.
If it was a flat orange, then
it's like, come on, bro. Stop hanging on to it.
Yeah.
It's been a couple months.
Yeah, and you know me, like I love hanging on to Halloween.
Exactly.
Favorite holiday.
Gosh. I don't know. It's got its time and its place.
Yeah, that's October 31st.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's got its time and its place. I will like to go to one Halloween party. I don't want to go to everyone's party every week. Fucking plan your shit, Just figure it out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine.
No months of Halloween.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. And I understand, it was in a weird, like, middle of the week kind of shit last year, but
It was a bit much.
it was a bit much considering, like, the second weekend of October people were doing it. And I'm like, no. Like, at least wait till one of the last 2 weekends.
Well, and
like,
why does everyone need to have a Halloween party?
that's what I'm saying is, like, figure that out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to one Halloween party.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
No, I can figure that out because like it's very easy for me to just go to one.
Right.
But it's like, you'll have 50% of your friends do their Halloween parties. To me, it doesn't matter if they're at the same time or they're like coordinating different days. I'm only going to one of them.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't really care. But, sorry.
But not really. I like it. My buddy in California, his like whole friend group, they would always do like a party for like every holiday. And the Halloween one was always a good time. A good group of people. And like we literally would just like, he would make foods of some variety and we would just have like beer pong and too much fucking alcohol.
As you do.
As you do. It was kind of one of those like high school parties, but now we're adults.
Mm-hmm.
I was into it. You do it once every like 4 months, something like that, and it's a good time.
There was a house party of those styles going on Saturday that we didn't go to. We were here.
Oh, well.
Having our own, not really a house party.
Not really.
It was just kind of
Yeah.
people over and drinks.
Yeah. It's just like, I almost said in-laws, but that's not.
No.
I mean, technically.
No.
Like, well, eventually. Kind of. Kind of a weird, I don't know, weird phrase. Either way, you're just not related to you.
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird what you call it, Because I'm not trying to like spew a whole thing, you know what I mean? I just want to be like blank. But
Friends.
sure. Just seems a little disconnected is all.
Family friends.
I like that better. I'll stick with that. Family friends.
There you go.
Okay.
I guess.
Some people were family, some people were friends.
Yep.
It works perfect, really. Who
Family, friends, and enemies.
Where was the thing on Saturday?
John's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha.
Because like there's a bunch of December birthdays.
Oh,
Including Elizabeth's.
Yes, that's right.
And then,
I forgot about that. I feel like you did something like that last year.
mm-hmm.
I don't really remember it, but
I mean, yeah, it just anything in that time just seems like years ago.
oh, sure.
It was like
sure.
prior to lockdowns, masks.
It's been a weird fucking year, and it has gone by stupid fast.
And stupid slow at the same time. It's really weird.
Super weird. I feel like every year as you get older, it goes by incrementally faster. But this year was just like super fast and super slow at the same time. Didn't really understand what was happening the entire time. I feel like it was a combination of
I
like,
think when you don't have the ability to reference things that happened in the year,
right, because nothing happened.
because you didn't do anything.
Right.
So it was just like, what did we do in May?
Right.
The same thing that we did in September.
I think like the only thing that's really happened is like we went to your parents on 4th of July. That's like the biggest thing this year that really happened.
Like even when like we went into phase 2 of the lockdowns, I'm like, I don't know when that happened. I don't know when that was.
No idea, because now they allegedly went back to phase 1, but I haven't really noticed a difference.
There's no like
don't know.
landmarks of like, oh, this happened then. It's just like somewhere between March and January, these 4 things happened.
What the? There's like reviews on here.
Yeah.
Okay. I just saw like a name and an age, and I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah, that's their description on their website.
Good job.
You should look at Ashley's review.
I like
particularly
Pages.
how Ashley spells her name.
I refuse to call her that, but sure. Oh, wow. You can actually taste the beer in this can. That's so red. Excuse me? As Chile? Excuse me?
I don't know why you're.
Let's reference Pages. I like Pages.
I like
review.
Ashley's except for how she spells her name. That's the only thing I don't like.
No thanks. I don't really like beer. Page 21. That's because you're 21, bitch. Grow
Dude,
the fuck up.
They rated their beer for us.
Two out of 3. Not bad.
There you go. There's the beer
Solid.
rating. Episode over.
Look at that. Look at us. That's solid. Oh man. I don't know if you were serious.
Yep, that's it. Done.
Now that you don't give a fuck. I have no idea. Do you have a plan? Do you plan on watching second season of Mandalorian?
Like at some point in my life?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Sometime this year, or is it like a hard no?
I got like 9 days.
We got. Is it?
10 days.
Yeah, like 10 days. That's true. That's crazy.
So probably not.
I don't know.
Though I have a lot of time off, so maybe I'll get bored and I'll be like, sure.
Yeah. I'm not saying finish. I'm just saying start it. Watch an episode or 2.
Maybe.
If you watch 2, you're definitely gonna watch 3. So
I heard it's pretty good. That's what I heard.
if you liked the first season, it's better than the first season.
I don't believe you, but we'll see. I just think that what you and I would deem better is graded on different scales.
Sure. In regards to this, sure.
Yes.
I can accept that.
So maybe I don't believe you is the wrong term. I don't trust your judgment.
I see your point. But if something gets worse cinematography,
Okay.
but gets better in Star Wars references, I'm still going to dislike it. Like you take like 7, 8, and 9, where it's like Star Wars references and things like that, they're like through the roof, but like cinematography wise, and dialogue wise, they're absolute dog shit. And plot wise,
But you liked 7. See, this is why I don't trust your judgment, is because I am a Star Wars skeptic, so I can be very upfront.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you are a Star Wars believer, so you have a much broader perspective on things of the universe than I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, I get that.
So I think if you don't have something like The Last Jedi, where it just blows up what came before it, it's just like very weird.
Yeah, if you don't have like the appreciation for the expanded universe in Star Wars, like it's just objectively a shithole of a movie.
Yeah,
and like even having the knowledge and appreciation that I do, is not a good fucking movie. It is a really bad movie.
Like basically you can we approach things from the opposite perspective. Like you don't like 7 because how 8 and 9 played out. they're in a different timeline. I might not like 8 and 9 because I'm such a critic on 7.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
yes.
Like, just our approach is like different, I guess.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, I think I'm this exact same way with music too, where if something is not what I expected it to be, it's a journey. It takes me a while to really form a final opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll say right off the bat, I'll be like, "Oh, that's good," or I'm like, "That's kind of weird. I'm not sure how I feel about that." But then, like, I'll feel a different way a month later, and then, like, 6 months later, I'll be like, "No, you know what? I'm sure of it," and it may be the exact opposite of what I had last said.
Yeah, I think part of that is like you know, especially in Star Wars, are just you have a more hopeful outlook.
Yes,
when being introduced to things.
Totally
and
true.
I have a very skeptical outlook.
Totally
when
true.
Being introduced to things.
Like, right off the bat, I was like, Last Jedi, that was good. Like, I enjoyed watching that. And then right off the bat, you were like,
Yeah.
what the fuck just happened?
I thought when he, force grabs the, whatever you want to call it, laser, plasma.
Oh, that's 7. But
That's what I mean.
yeah, you didn't like that one?
No.
You didn't like that?
I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
And then I hated the rest of the movie.
Oh, you did like that. Okay.
Yeah, I liked
okay,
that.
sorry. I thought you were saying you didn't.
Man.
I'm like, that's pretty cool, dude.
I was like, oh, he's going to be so badass. And then like 4 seconds later, he
bitch.
turns into a whiny teenager. And I'm like, I hate this.
Yeah. No, he's a bitch. Absolutely.
And not like literally 4 seconds later. Like he just like goes back and like,
Yeah.
doesn't he like hit a wall with his lightsaber or something like immediately after that?
Yeah. He like literally tears up like a control panel. And I'm like, what? You're going to crash your ship, bro. What are you doing? Like, all that shit was probably for something important.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense. Yeah. It's the writing, the writing for all 3 of those movies stemmed from comedy.
Yeah.
All of it was stemmed like for them just trying to be funny.
Like but they weren't funny.
No, they were not
Like
at all.
They were like, we're going to try to make Star Wars the Avengers.
Yes, that's 100% what it was.
Unsuccessfully.
Yeah, because there's just not that humor in it. Like,
No.
there is humor in Star Wars, but it's a lot more situational, and it's more like sarcastic and not like, here's the joke. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing? I don't know. I think
love story is just crap. It's just shit.
Yeah,
It's just shit.
It's absolute fucking stupid.
Whoever thought that was a good idea,
You know what's funny is
read too much 50 Shades of Grey or something. I don't know. You just have no concept of like real people.
yeah, no, absolutely. Like, no one would be down for that.
No.
No one would be down for that. I think of the 3, 7 is my favorite.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
again, 8 is just
100%
terrible.
the best one.
8 is just terrible. And in addition to it being like a terrible plot, they ruined characters. They introduced characters that are absolutely pointless.
I think 8 is the worst one.
Oh, absolutely. Bar none. It's absolutely the worst.
Like 9 is dog shit, but 8 is the worst.
It's absolutely fucking terrible.
I don't see. I think what it is like 8 pisses me off because the characters just suck ass. All of them just
They all are
suck.
terrible. They make no sense.
It's
It's not logical. The things that they say and how they react does not make sense.
Nothing is. It just blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
9, plot wise, the plot just makes 0 sense.
Yeah,
But the characters kind of they're
redeemed a little bit.
a little bit.
Yeah.
They're better written.
Yes. The dialogue's a lot better too.
But the plot is just horrendous.
Like, it's pretty bad.
So I think characters matter a lot more, and the characters were dog shit.
I was talking with Jack, and I was like, How great would it be if they just retcon the whole fucking trilogy? It's Legends. It's not real.
No, I think
entertainment.
we've made the same argument, like comparing it to Star Trek,
Yeah.
where they're like, "Hey, new universe.
Yep. Would love that. Yeah.
Who cares?"
Yep. That would be good.
They tried to hold on to so many things in the original trilogy and the prequels that it just got very messy instead of just being like, you know what? The Force is this now. Kind of like how the prequels were like, oh, we don't want it to be a mystic thing, so we'll make it science-y. Which didn't work out. It was just weird.
I don't even know how to describe it because I don't even think that's the case too, because they've added so much weird shit as well. Like that they like, again, like I think like Luke's character in general, it's not like he's just a completely different person than he was in the original trilogy.
It's because they made it too cool. They tried to like hold on, add new things, and keep some of the characters instead of just being like, everyone's dead.
Right.
This is now what the Force is like.
Sure. Yeah. Which would be weird.
You can force ghosts across the universe. You can lift up thousands of boulders. Grab plasma bolts out of the sky. Like, you can do all this shit now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Force grab someone without even seeing them through a hologram.
Yeah. Well, Vader did something similar to that one time, but
Allegedly.
But it was, yeah, man. They just really, like you said, they just completely changed things while trying to be like, no, it's the same.
But like, Luke is still here.
No, it's like really what? Not. Yeah, none of this just makes sense at all.
But if if like all the old characters were gone, then you could at least forgive them, right?
Sure. I don't think I would still like the movies. In fact, I'd probably like them either. I think I would like them less. That was like the only redeeming factor, is like some of the old shit that they got right is the only thing redeeming. But in that regard, then it's like, okay, now you have nothing new. Nothing about this is creative and different. It's just completely rehashed shit that's already been done. Like, it's not good. Like, I think of like why, I don't know, man. I think you said it best when you're like, they basically just tried to make Star Wars Marvel, and it's just not.
Yeah.
Where like I think of like Rogue One. Rogue One, I felt like they did a good job of like, no, this is still Star Wars. We're just exploring like different stories in it. And same with Mandalorian.
I love Solo.
And Solo was great because I feel like that one was even less like Star Wars, but it is what it is.
And that might be why I liked it. It just felt like adventuring in the Star Wars universe. And it was just fun.
Yeah, agreed.
It was just like very nonchalant, character driven.
Well, and like they were interesting characters too, right?
Exactly.
Like they weren't good guys by any means. They,
there's a lot of just gray area throughout the entire film.
Yes, and it was fantastic. I will live in that because
it's
that's life.
Good versus evil, Sith and the Jedi. It's very just like everyone's like trying to survive in this universe, and some guys are worse than others, and some people are better than others.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I honestly think Solo is, I mean, I liked Rogue One as well, but I think Solo's been my favorite of the films.
It's fair. Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint, like, other than everything, it's hard to pinpoint why I hated the new trilogy so much.
All of it.
Just all of it, yeah. I really could just talk about, just fucking list it for days, man. There's just so much shit that's just like,
well, not only was the new shit bad, the new characters bad, their motivations inconceivable,
non-existent.
But they also, resurrected the old characters to also ruin them.
Yeah, exactly.
So here, while I'm just shitting on this universe, in the new universe, I'm also going to rip the memories out of your childhood and shit on them too.
Shit on those too while I'm at it. Man,
so
there were so many things in The Last Jedi where Ryan's like, yeah, I know people wanted this, but I did this because they wouldn't expect it. I'm like, No one wants that.
No.
You don't know anything about humans, do you? Jesus. My God. Well,
I'm the next M. Night Shyamalan.
yeah, sure. You're something.
Plot twist that everyone sees coming.
Leave me alone.
They're a little foamy sometimes.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna rehash.
No.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was a little scared there for a second.
It's got the classic lager foam.
Yeah. It's a
Guy sits down on his couch, cracks it open with one hand, get the nice foam coming out. Very cinematic.
Very. That's what I was just about to say. I'm like, yeah, it really paints a picture for you. It's a nice beer.
Yeah.
It's a nice beer. You know, we're in the middle of winter enjoying this beer. And this is also still a fantastic fucking sunbeam down in your playing bags day kind of beer. Not today. Might have to wait a few minutes for that.
5:15, by the way, and it's pitch black outside. So
Pitch black, love it.
fuck.
Love it.
Yeah. It's just a little respite from the winter bite.
Mm-hmm.
We had rain today.
Quite a bit of it.
Today sucked.
The bottom of the hill was like flooding, and as I drove over, I'm like, that is flooding more than usual. That's coming back. Might get a little hairy. We will see. And I always think too, because there's like sidewalks on their side, I'm like, I'm just waiting for the day for someone to be walking right at the wrong time. Because it's a fuck ton of water that accumulates down there.
I believe it.
It's a lot. At the bottom of the big hill, and then once you reach the bottom, it goes up a little bit.
Yep. I am excited though that to me, I feel like we are on the other side of winter, even though we're not yet.
No, we're not.
Because once October hits, it starts getting chilly pretty fast. It just dives down into, low 50s, maybe mid 50s some days.
Mhm.
And then it kind of just sits between low 40s and low 50s for the next 4 months.
Yep.
And then occasional spikes of cold. But when you start into that trend in October, it's just there's no end in sight.
Oh, absolutely not.
Come January's our coldest month, but that means that it's on the upswing. So I'm like, okay, going into January, got the cheer of the holidays getting us through this, and then gonna start warming back up slowly,
very slowly
for the next 4 months. But we're on the upswing at that point. So
was it this year where I think it was where it still stayed like gray and rainy all the way like to June? And it was like, what the fuck?
No, it wasn't this year. It's been every year that I've been alive.
Okay. So my first year in Washington?
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Like, sure, you have a nice day or two in May and April and maybe in June. But for the most part.
May tends to be more sunny than June, which is really weird. And then, July, August, and September are just perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, it goes from absolute shit to perfect in a matter of like a few days. It's crazy. On Wednesday, we have a high of 43 and a low of 28.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Is it sunny that day?
It is partly sunny, partly cloudy.
Yeah.
The extra cold days are always a little sunny.
Yep. They are our dry days, so.
That makes sense.
All the heat leaves because there's no cloud cover. So I actually kind of look forward to those days because those are good days for taking the dog out. It's just a crisp, cold morning. You're
totally agree.
Can't wait for the coffee in my hand. good to go. It's the days like this, and actually days like this aren't that bad. A couple days ago, I literally felt like I was walking in like a plant shop that just had misters on. I was just walking in mist.
Yeah. You're just always wet.
Yeah, I'm just breathing in wet.
At least this, you just like, they're individual droplets and you feel them, every single one of them hitting you.
Yeah, I'm like, this is
right.
dog shit, but I'm just going to leave.
Yeah.
The mist is just wet.
It's everywhere. Everything's wet. And all the windows everywhere fog up.
I hate it so much.
Everything's terrible when it's mist. No, I'm
Um,
with you. But yeah, no, the cold, even if it's super cold, 28,
yeah,
please. Spring.
I got a jacket.
It's fine. It's not
I
bad
play
at all.
bags today.
Yeah.
I won't,
Yeah, well,
but I could.
good. Sun's out.
Dude, bags and little whiskey toddies. Could do.
Kind of down. Let's pray for like
Probably won't.
2 dry days in a row. Probably won't happen. God.
Get some turtlenecks, beanies, gloves, boots.
Boots. I got new boots. Need to use them.
And you're good.
Been saying that. Come early spring, I have to do a hike. I just want it now. Just something
That
too.
was not the time.
Just need something. Need to actually plan that snowboarding trip. And I'll keep saying this, and I know it's just like, sure, we could just do it like next weekend if we need to. I get that. I know that, but you know,
Yeah. I'm not the one who has the contacts for a cabin, all that stuff.
sure.
You know,
Sure.
I'm not the one who needs to rent gear.
Well, yeah, need to rent gear. We're pushing in the new year, new PTO. So
I'm just saying, like the bar for me going snowboarding is a lot lower
yeah.
than you,
Well, this
At
is
this
also
point.
assuming you have all your gear.
theoretically.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, I really just need a board, which I allegedly have.
With both bindings.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have not taken my bindings off.
Yeah, you didn't.
I don't know who would.
And your dad might have been playing Tetris 4000 in the middle of a move and was like, "Oh, it'll be better. And I'll just put him back on." But he didn't put him back on.
I really doubt that.
All right.
Really doubt that.
Sounds like something you would do.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It sounds almost nothing like my dad.
His thought process is more like, I have no fucking clue how I'm going to get him back on.
No, it's just not worth it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not worth the effort to take them off and then to put them back on.
That's true. Yeah. It is kind of a pain in the
There's
ass.
like no way a snowboard would get that much in the room just because of its bindings.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I do.
Well, hopefully you got both of those.
Yeah, or I'm forced to buy new bindings, which are amazing.
No, sorry. I meant bindings and board is what I meant.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, if my bindings are gone, I'm forced to buy new ones. Not all bad.
Yeah, you would enjoy new bindings, but
Yeah.
these feel much better.
Same thing with boots. I hate my fucking boots, but like,
Oh yeah, I feel like that matters even more, to be honest.
but
They're fucking expensive, man.
yeah, it's
They're
just
fucking expensive.
same thing with bindings. Bindings are really
Sure.
expensive. So it's
They're like
all
equally
just,
priced.
It's all just really expensive. So it's like, I just always think I can suffer through it.
It's like a sport where like I don't understand where people are like, oh yeah, I was poor, started out with nothing, and I got into snowboarding, and now I'm a pro. I'm like, let's
Ow.
back up to some of those lies, okay?
Yeah.
You were poor and you got into snowboarding because that just doesn't happen that way. Doesn't work out that way.
Yeah, not usually.
Additionally to gear, like buying a fucking lift ticket. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's true. Gear is actually like, it's very economic if you can find used shit, but
Yeah,
like it's very dependent
sure.
on where you're located and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's another big thing too. Right. And thankfully,
Like Colorado, it's probably easy to get used shit.
that's true. Yeah, you're right. And people do like, there's some people where they do sell you shit like very cheap
Well, I have friends that like literally buy new gear
every year.
like every year.
Yeah.
Sure, skating is the same thing. Like,
Yep.
just randomly. Yeah, bought a new $600 deck.
Yep. Time for a new board. Trucks.
Okay.
Figure might as well get wheels too.
Did you break your other one or what?
No, it's new year, new me.
Ready for new thing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You know,
Sure.
it's your life, but you know.
Yeah. You can do that. So be it.
Sure, you judge me on the amount of steak I buy or whatever.
Beer.
I got hobbies,
Yeah.
cameras.
Yeah. Cameras. Yeah. What's the last new thing you've gotten for your camera? For a camera?
The lens that we're using right now.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
That was a while ago, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
What's next
We
on
got
the list?
we got the mic, but I don't know which one was first, the mic or the camera.
I think the mic was first, and then you got the lens.
I think so too. I don't really have anything on my list right now.
No? You're pretty content? You haven't, like, other than the Milky Way, like, a couple times? Haven't gone shooting at all?
Yeah, did a wedding.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
But yeah, I mean, it's just
It's not really what you prefer to do, though.
no. And then this year has just been not like a
Sure.
people. Some photographers found it really interesting because like a lot of places are more empty than they are, so they would like go shoot the streets of Seattle
Right.
while they're empty.
Right.
I feel like that's really boring.
Yeah. Like, what's
Like,
your
yes,
subject?
it's unique because it's different, but that doesn't make it. I just not my thing.
For sure. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you enjoy that.
Well, and I typically like when I go out shooting, I like to go do things. So I'll like, you know, go to a brewery.
Going to the caves. You know,
Yeah, like that. Then I'll bring my camera. I like to do things. I don't like to just go take pictures.
Right. For sure.
Like the Milky Way is the closest I get to that, where it's like, I mean, but you're looking at the Milky Way, so that is doing something,
I would say.
in my opinion.
Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. I think street photography is fun, but I think people are inherently more interesting than nothing. And then I think it's also better when you have like a couple people. And I don't really like photographers, so
Fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah, and I just feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like it's an interesting thought. Like, I'm going to go out and try to find something that looks cool and then capture that. Rather than like what you're saying you do, where it's like, okay, I'm going to go do something and then capture that moment, you know?
Or
And-
if I
but you make it
see
artistic.
things
the
that
way
are
you-
interesting,
Sure.
you know,
But-
around going to do that, like going to a brewery. Like,
Yeah.
probably not going to take any pictures at a brewery, but I might like,
You never know.
yeah, maybe I do.
But then again, still,
But that's the
it's-
point. Is like I don't have this expectation.
right? And it's still, but my point too is like it's still then tied to an experience, right?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like what you're doing isn't just I'm going to go try to find something interesting to take a picture of.
That's why I don't like photographers, because a lot of it is centered around like just Instagram clout and like modeling jobs from Instagram. I mean, it's really
Yeah.
just clout and like social media engagement. Not all photographers are that way. Some people really like just the art aspect of it, and those
Sure.
people I generally like. But there's just so much of the social media bullshit that it's just annoying. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, if you were to go join a skate crew and 80% of them were just interested in like taking selfies at the top of the run
Yeah. Or
and like didn't actually enjoy
yeah,
skating or weren't into the skate.
I was gonna say, let me equate it to that for you. People and actually people get this way about music and like guitars especially. They get super aggro about the gear.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what wheels are you riding? Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, you're riding with those trucks?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. Right. Oh, I got this. I'm like, cool, bro. I'm here, and then I get down to the bottom there, just like you do. So
Yeah.
I don't really see why it fucking matters. Like, I enjoy what I'm doing. I hope you do.
Well, and there's the like, there's also the, you know, people that do have really nice gear that like you jizz over, but they're usually not the kind of people that are like up in your face about it.
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
No, it's usually me being all like, "Holy shit! Like, do you got those new wheels?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I just got them." And then they're like, "You want to take it for a run?"
And you're like,
and I'm
"Yes,
fuck yeah, sure, thanks." Yeah,
yeah."
no, absolutely.
So it's weird.
Yeah, I think,
I'm
but
not into
honestly, I think guitarists are more like photographers, where it's
Yeah.
like there's a lot of like annoying, shitty guitarists that are like very gear centered, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? So the photographers,
Even good guitarists probably that are very gear centered and very like
yeah,
clout fame chasing, where it's just like, this is just like you enjoy the fame, the clout, not playing guitar.
absolutely. That's exactly what it is, right? And
Or you enjoy the gear.
yeah, you like name dropping. You like walking
Yeah.
around name dropping, and you want to seem like you're cool. You got the newest and best shit. You know, name dropping what pedals you got, whatever.
You play this show with this band, like it's just
Cool. You know, yeah, again, it's like how much are you really enjoying the music here, or are you just like fucking getting off on name dropping?
yeah.
But and then like the reverse, right? Where you're saying like they like judge you for the way that you do things. It's like, what?
Yeah, I don't really care about people judging me because I don't.
Well, I
a
don't
fuck.
care. No, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't affect me. Like, I don't get upset by that. It's just like I don't like that person. Because,
Yeah,
like, I don't want to hang around a person who acts that way.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And no, I don't give a flying fuck what people think about me. But I just want to be around other people that also don't give a fuck.
We're fucking vloggers at this point. We better not give a fuck.
No shit.
It's funny, like it probably doesn't like is not perceived this way on like our videos, but when we first started doing pints, it was very weird.
Yeah. No, I'm totally with you. It was like, oh, you probably can't be too loud. I don't want it to be like weird.
Yeah, we don't want to be loud in this brewery that's quiet. There's like 4 people here, or you know. Now it's just like we do not give a fuck.
Don't give a shit. No.
We get weird looks, questions, and all that jazz, but like,
Yeah, one dude walked up to us at United last time.
yeah. So I just don't give a fuck anymore.
No, not at all. And like when he started like walking up to us, I like the podcast and what we were filming was the last thing on my mind too. I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I forgot we're doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just so normal.
that's what it is. Yeah, we've kind of normalized it for ourselves. Where it felt awkward, and even like when I was thinking like when I was younger, like watching vloggers and that I enjoyed, you know, my thought is always like, you know, if I saw someone doing that, I wouldn't think twice about it.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine like doing that myself. I would feel super weird about it.
I think what I like from my perspective, I'd always be like, I wonder what they're filming,
Sure.
what they're recording. So I think a lot of people who like give us weird looks are thinking exactly that. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It's not like judgment by any means.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
just
like,
like,
oh, what is that for? Absolutely. I mean, this
None
day
of
and
your
age,
business, bitch.
this day and age, everyone always has a camera in front of their
Yeah,
face,
true.
right? I mean, if it's you and your bitches taking selfies, you know, you and your boys, and one of them says, "Hey, hold my beer," you know, something cool's gonna happen. You're gonna want to catch. So I don't know.
I went a different direction.
Okay, go on.
Well, because like I was laughing because you and I make fun of Phil for doing this a lot. He's the guy who's like first to grab his camera, last to want his picture taken.
He's explained
like,
it to me, and
"Let
I
me-"
still don't get it.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Especially if I'm like, I'm not, like, it's on YouTube, okay? They can't Google Phil and like, first click is YouTube with him in it, having a beer.
Yeah.
What?
What?
And even, I don't know. Even if I do tag you, no one's gonna look at that shit.
Well, and like even if you just are filming it. Who cares?
That's what I'm
It
saying.
could be like, I don't want anyone to film it. Anything. with
What?
me. What?
What?
But your camera's up. But I'm not going to post it.
What if?
So?
But yeah, I don't know.
People, man. Weird.
Yeah, I also think of the amount of space of like just random stupid fucking shit that is filling up my camera roll right now. And in the moment I was like, oh yeah, I need to capture this. And like a week later, I'm like, what am I gonna do with this?
I don't know.
What do I get from looking at that again? You know? I don't know.
I've just learned not to take the internet so seriously, you know?
Yeah.
Listen, it's 2020. It's quarantine. People have gone insane. There's like, probably, millions, if not tens of millions, if not more than that, of like, chicks just posting their tits online for money.
True. Which is kind of so.
You can say that's good or bad, but like, it is what it is. Like, our culture is there right now.
Yeah.
So if you're worried about having a beer in the same shot as you on a Facebook post,
I think you're doing pretty good.
yeah, I just like, I don't.
If you're not flashing your left nut, I think you're doing pretty good.
I mean, even if you're flashing your left nut, like,
is that as bad as it can be? No.
Who cares at this? No, I'm like
that's
that's
no bad or good. It's just
that's just a presumption of bad, and it's like I just don't think that exists anymore.
Anything's game. Yeah, everything's just normal.
I think in 10 years, it's just gonna be like
everything's normal.
Fuck it.
Yeah, nothing is weird anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely nothing is weird.
Like, the fact that there are women doing that means there's a market for that, which means that there's a lot of people who buy OnlyFans subscriptions.
This is what I was about to get to. Is I don't get that. So
I'm with you.
So say you find someone and you know that person. Then I think it makes a little bit more sense. You're like, I know that person. I see them on a regular basis. I kind of want to see what their tits look like. Then it makes a little bit more sense to me. Go ahead with the stats.
So the site was founded in 2016 by British tech entrepreneur and investor Timothy Stokely, and now has more than 30 million registered users and more than 450,000 content creators.
Wow.
Since OnlyFans launched in 2016, the site has paid out more than $600 million to creators.
That's a lot of buyers.
So
30 million and only 450,000 are content creators. That's a lot of buyers.
Another article, or maybe it's the same article, but just lower into it, says, according to Variety, by the end of August 2020, OnlyFans had 700,000 content creators.
Oh, well, that's a little different. But still. And
I mean, but that was August, and we're a few months in. Like, I mean, it could be a million now. I have no idea.
No, sorry. I meant like the one above was much different numbers, so that must have been older.
Yeah, the one above said 450 content creator, 450,000.
December.
That was
what?
December 4th. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't think we know.
Okay, yeah, kind of hard to say.
700,000 in August. Let me at least 500,000 content creators.
Let me pose this question to you.
Okay.
Do you know how people are freaking out, are like, oh, Pornhub has all of these like videos on that are like rape, or like people are like stuck in there and it's like sex trafficking and things like that?
Not anymore.
Sure.
Allegedly.
Do you think OnlyFans is going to start accumulating some of that eventually? I feel like it could end up that way.
No, I don't think so, because I think OnlyFans probably has a verification process similar to, it's like Pornhub got rid of all of their non-verified creators.
Okay.
Posting videos, so you can't just anonymously post videos. I don't even know what that means on the internet, but so my assumption is OnlyFans, because it's account driven, is inherently like having verified accounts.
Okay, yeah.
So it's not just spam.
Yeah, but hear me out. It's what's the difference between that and having an Instagram account? You know what I mean?
No, I'm with you.
And there's so much goddamn spam on there.
I don't know the difference. I'm with you. I don't know what the verification process looks like. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I assume that there's some because, like OnlyFans, you're inherently getting paid for what you're posting. So
right.
It's not just like an Instagram where like
your bank account's tied to it.
They're transferring money.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I don't know. I don't know. But I assume that it's less like Pornhub and more like Pornhub verified users.
But it's interesting because, now you can use like Facebook and Snapchat and all those things to pass money back and forth as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just like,
but like,
there's like a lot of weird shit.
But OnlyFans has a paywall. So like, you can't just like, how do you prohibit someone from accessing that material with Snapchat or Facebook Pay?
I don't understand the question.
Well, like OnlyFans, I assume.
Okay.
Because I've never been on OnlyFans. But from like what I understand about it is like you are subscribing to a creator's materials.
Right.
Through their payment process, like whether you use Facebook or Snapchat Pay or like that's irrelevant.
Really? That's how. Okay,
it is a paywall.
Okay, I thought I guess I just assumed it was like the website had their own thing. I didn't know that like each individual person could be like, yeah, you pay me through this, pay me through that.
Yeah,
like,
you're paying creators, not.
Oh, okay, got it. So I didn't realize that.
And you can set your own like payment methodologies, amounts, all that stuff.
Sure, yeah, they accept a lot of different platforms and whatnot.
Makes an OnlyFans tomorrow. His monthly subscription fee is $6. I don't know.
Not a whore.
Free.
Exactly. I don't get paid for it. Not a whore.
I don't know. But my assumption. So no, I don't think that they'll go to OnlyFans. I think they'll go somewhere else.
Got it. I'm like, what the fuck were we talking about?
Yeah, Pornhub.
Sure.
Changing there.
More illegal shit somehow.
It's funny that I found that very ironic because when Tumblr went through their purge of porn, Pornhub was like, we'll gladly accept you on our website where you can post anything. Like that was Pornhub's claim to fame, was like you could post whatever. Like there were people who had like YouTube style content on Pornhub.
Oh, weird.
Like, yeah.
What? I mean, sure, whatever, just, man. Sure.
Didn't have to be porn.
That's interesting. I mean, the most logical thing is they received like a shit ton of backlash more recently, right? And then they probably were like, we're starting to lose some business.
Some legal stuff changing. Like things that's are getting tracked down as well. Like, I read on Twitter that the stimulus package had some stuff that made like DMCA stuff federal crimes instead of state crimes. So you would actually be committing a felony if you played and distributed copyright material over like streaming platforms.
What? That had to do this. How did the stimulus package weigh in on that?
Well, the stimulus thing is like tens of thousands of pages long, and Congress had today to read it.
Oh,
it's the government. It's fucked.
Weird.
Yeah, no, people are freaking out about it today because it's just a mess.
Gnarly.
But allegedly that language was also tied in there because it's just easier to pass things clumped together rather than on their own merit.
That's also true.
So
that was like I'm gonna butcher this. I knew a lot. I kind of forgot about it, but to be fair, it's already gone through. Jon Stewart, who used to host the Daily Show, I guess was like a super big advocate for 9/11 first responders. I don't know if you had heard about that. It's from a few years ago now, but they were being like denied care, and they weren't getting the resources, that they deserved for, just doing their job. And so he was like advocating for them on like Congress passing this bill for extending some sort of bill. But I guess like, everyone and their mother in Congress was trying to attach their bill to that to try and get it all passed. And it's like, that was pretty ballsy and pretty shitty of you.
No, it's just shit. It's not ballsy because it's just everything that goes through Congress is just, it's government.
Yeah.
Fat.
Yeah. It's fucked up. Fucking stupid.
Yep. Someone from, the label industry is, interested in getting some COVID cash.
Who
stopping
isn't?
their music from getting played on Twitch.
What?
Yes, that's really where this is coming from. Twitch has cracked down on their copyright. You can now no longer play. So it used to be that Twitch would go back and just mute portions of your VODs. It's like you could play music on stream. Your VODs would get muted if it had copyright material. Now, you will literally get strikes if you play it live and have music in your VODs, and potentially to get banned from the platform because you streamed,
you know what,
Taylor Swift or something. I don't know.
I blame the music industries for accepting the way that we stream music now.
No,
It's your fault.
I blame the fucking artists for going into these agreements with these labels.
Sure.
I get how, painstaking it is to make it without an attached label, but I mean, like you signed up to that label. Like, I'm sorry, you signed into an agreement that fucking sucks. It's like the Taylor Swift stuff where she's like mad at Scooter Braun and all that stuff. And you're like, okay, maybe he's an asshole, but like you signed onto this label, you signed this contract that like has spelled out rules. I don't. You voluntarily entered into an agreement.
Talking about Taylor Swift, you talking about
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that Kesha thing.
I don't know the Kesha thing, but probably something similar.
I mean, I don't know what happened with her, but with Kesha, she was all like, I think raped, but at the very least, like sexually abused by her producer. But then,
not that.
But then she was like, because she signed the contract, she was like bound by contract to continue and finish an album with him.
Oh, that I believe that, but
right.
the same. So Taylor Swift wasn't that. She was like, bitching about.
She didn't like him.
What music that she could play, what she actually owned versus what the label owns. Because
that's on her then. Yeah,
the label owns
your music.
That music, that's what you sign on to.
It's not yours. Yep.
Yeah,
it's not yours anymore. Yep.
I don't like.
That's cut and dry.
It's very upfront. Like everyone knows how the music industry operates. Like,
been that way for decades.
You can say that's a bad way to operate, and like a shitty way to operate. And I'm like, yeah, probably, but musicians are still signing into those contracts. Like it's voluntary.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
But, I mean, and not all music artists do that.
No, a lot of them still like will produce their own stuff, and then all they need to do is connect with someone for distribution. And that is a much, much more loose contract and not so much like owning your shit kind of a contract.
Yep.
So that's the way to go.
Might be harder to get big and you might not make as much money, but like,
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, if you can make it big, you're going to make way more money.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah. I'm just saying like, is your risk higher and does it take more work?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
No one's saying it doesn't, but, welcome to having your own choice.
Yeah, but it's going to get argued, like, oh, I didn't have a choice.
Everyone does.
Yep. Everything is always a choice. think it was my brother I was arguing with, where he's just like, well, it's not much of a choice. I'm like, I can't remember what it was, but that we were arguing about. But he's just like, well, that's not much of a choice that they have. I'm like, still a choice.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you are still a human
And
with
he's
your
like,
own actions.
and he's like, it's not a choice because they have to do this, otherwise it's that. I'm like, the fact that you said this or that is a fucking choice. Didn't say it was a good one. Not a great, situation they're in.
I'm not saying, wow, the music industry, label companies are heroes of this world. No,
Yeah.
I'm not. No one's making that argument.
Someone walks up to you and say, right now, you got to fucking slit your wrist or shoot yourself in the head. Not great choices,
You have a choice.
but you got a choice. Yeah.
Well, on that dark note,
Everyone's got choices.
someone says your choices are medium rare 45 dry aged steak or a Detroit style pepperoni and sausage pizza.
It's not fair. It's not
So someone walks up and they're like, your choice are you get to drink Bodhisattva or Johnny Utah for the rest of your beer drinking career.
What kind of a choice is that? It's fucked up that someone would even ask me that.
Your choices are you only get to drink fresh hop beers in September and no other beer for the rest of the year, or you get to drink beer from October to August and you don't get a fresh hop beer.
I think I'm going to take the October.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Wait, October?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right.
Well, those are some lighthearted choices so we don't end on Nick's fucking...
I don't know, man. I'm just thinking of bad choices. That was the argument. So we keep saying we're going to do this at the beginning, but like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if you've had Hop Valley's at Red Can. We thoroughly enjoy it and get it all too often.
Not often enough.
True.
Yeah, Pites.
Yeah.